19. In 1619, the America we know had not been formed as a country. However, in August of that very year, a ship with captured souls, the White Lion, surfaced on the British colony of Virginia near Point Comfort, the territory we recognize today as Fort Monroe in Hampton, Virginia. And it was at that time the actual roots to form this country began. 400 years ago, our people, our ancestors, as mighty vessels against every form of oppression possible, began to create, develop, build, supply, maintain, and generate extremely significant levels of revenue for the country we call the U.S. of A. So, inspired by Ronnie's song, Randall Tucker, Bill McGee, and me, Dr. Burke, I'm jamming a very modest tribute to an extraordinary sacrifice of a people chosen. We remember 1619. Remember 1619, when 20 plus Africans from Angola were brought to Virginia's colony against their will. We pay homage to those who jumped ship, sacrificing their legacies to unknown territories so by man their spirits would not be killed. We remember 1619, a time in our history that needs to be understood by so many others. The true account of the building of this nation that consistently omits the blood, sweat, and tears of our royal sisters and brothers. We remember 1619, not because of a pathway to slavery, but because of our inherited esteem.
That's right.
In 400 years, we remember a condition, an attitude, from indentured servants to the pit of slavery to today. No matter how inhumane the course, our latitude as a people never lost. Was a fugitive from slavery who fought to defend 13 colonies in the Revolutionary War. To his life, the liberties of the Declaration did not apply, yet to form the United States of America, he was the first to die. We remember Crispus Attucks. Sold into slavery by the age of 10, her poetry was revered by many men. In turn, her writings led to her emancipation because of the style of her prolific pen. We remember Phyllis Wheatley, appearing in over 50 of Hollywood's famous classics as a maid. Her beliefs, grace, and style gave her the courage to gain fame. In motion pictures always cast as the help, she did proclaim the only English she was willing to speak was that of King James. We remember Marietta Canty. From the Student Nonviolent Committee that led to silent sit-ins, her leadership and fearless demeanor caused segregated restaurant practices to end. Next, her freedom rise from Alabama to Mississippi brought the news that many could be killed. Unnerved by this, she informed the White House, "Don't fret, because the Freedom Riders have already prepared their wills." We remember Diane Nash. The pride and commitment of a militant black nationalist group was misrepresented by political figures who unlawfully, time after time, attempted to keep them out of the loop. "I Am My Brother's Keeper" describes this group best because they fed in 1 year tens of thousands hungry children breakfast.
That's right.
And their deed obligated the government to take care of the rest by federally funding the breakfast program that today feeds 14.5 million children at best. We remember the Black Panther Party. Since the Civil Rights Movement and Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s call for peaceful protest, the rights of African Americans and all who endure discriminatory struggles continue to face unrest. Why is taking a knee being challenged as the country's disrespect instead of the outcry to end brutality against a people? What the purpose of kneeling really represents? We remember Colin Kaepernick. Knowledge is power, and this cohort of kings and queens are nobody's cowards. We remember James Brown, say it loud, "I'm black and I'm proud." Muhammad Ali, Marvin Gaye, Ntozake Shange, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, Tupac, Alex Haley, James Lawson Jr., Stevie Wonder, A.D. King, Maxine Waters, Dr. Rowe, Colin Powell, Al Sharpton, Michael Baisden, Roland Martin, Angela Davis, Louis Farrakhan, Lucy Macbeth, Jordan Davis's mom, Smokey Robinson, Common, Flotus, Michelle Obama, Tamika Mallory, Brian Stevenson, Calvin Pearson, Terry Brown, and Nicole Hannah-Jones. These brothers and sisters have sown a multitude of seeds, and many have been blessed by their incredible deeds. We remember Daryl Lester, Michael Jackson, Aretha Franklin, Oprah Winfrey, Dolores and Michael Jordan, Jay-Z and Beyonce, LeBron James, Russell Simmons, Alicia Keys, Serena and Venus Williams, Chance the Rapper, Tom Joyner, Kevin Lau, Richard Parsons, David Robinson, Will and Jada Smith, Steve Harvey, Gail Snowden, Eddie C. Brown, Michelle Hord White, Gabriel's mom, and Tyler Perry. Through film, their eclectic genius shines a spotlight on our stories, making our ancestors proud as their spirits shout, "To God be the glory." We remember Oscar Micheaux, Gordon Parks, Zora Neale Hurston, Melvin Van Peebles, Terrence Afro Anderson, Catherine Collins, Ice Cube, John Singleton, April Marcells, Spike Lee, Ava DuVernay, John Carter, Joy McMillan, Lee Daniels, and Regina King. Many said that we would never live to see the day, but then came an African-American man, so fine in many ways. You know what? All I've been able to do is praise God and holler for our 44th two-term president born in the United States of America. We remember Barack Hussein Obama. Soldier committed a lifetime to his family and the movement of civil rights. He was brutalized, skull fractured, yet refused to dim his light. For him, there would be no bubble, as he instilled the importance of getting into good trouble. We slow the temple a moment for one who laid his life on the line for those of us whose ancestors arrived by boat. The best way to honor him would be to respect one of his famous quotes: "I gave a little blood in Selma, Alabama for the right to vote." A congressman fit to be a king. And on July 17th, we heard the angels sing. We remember John Robert Lewis. We remember Antony and Isabella and their child, the first African born on this soil, William Tucker. We remember the Harris, Barjona, McGee, Pope, Stevenson, and Tucker families. We march on through nonviolent protests and plans put to action to make things better. There is a new generation ordained to stand in the forefront of Black Lives Matter. We remember the legacy of 1619. It is now your time to honorably fight to let freedom ring. 16, 19, 19, 16, 19.